Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
For 13 years, Mike Scioscia has had the same job. 1,999 times he's filled out the Angels lineup card. Tonight he joins rare company in managing his 2,000th game for the same franchise. Angels and Mariners next on Fox Sports West.
June gloom is upon us. Cloudy skies up above the Big A. The Angels continue this homestand after taking 2 of 3 against the Texas Rangers. They welcome in the division rivals Seattle Mariners for the first of 3 tonight. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor Rojas, along with my partner, Mark Gubicza. And over the month of May, the Angels had a couple of players that had fantastic months. Of course, Mike Trout, the American League Rookie of the Month for May. You can't forget about Mark Trumbo. I know a lot of guys, a lot of folks out there, especially Angel fans, wanting Mark Trumbo to be part of the All-Star game, if not part of the Home Run Derby.
Well, both these guys have been outstanding for him, bringing a lot of energy and, of course, competitive nature about themselves, getting on base and driving in runs. Mike Trout, at that leadoff spot, has been seeing the ball so well, driving the ball, hit that ball at the left center field, but his ability to fight through counts, throw that ball to all for a triple, showing that tremendous speed, scoring runs. Of course, Mark Trumbo with that incredible power, a walk-off piece against the Yankees in this series here, homestand, be able to drive in, of course, hit the ball out to right field, so he can homer to the left, he can homer to the right, he's driving the ball the other way, consistently putting the ball in play. And both these guys, great number in the last 27 games. A couple numbers jump out, 22 runs scored for Trout, 17 RBI for Mark Trumbo, so they're both doing their job as far as creating opportunities to score and, of course, driving in runs. They've been good defensively, too. So a lot of energy in these guys, both at the top and the middle of the order from these two youngsters.
Yeah, the Angels, of course, swept the Seattle Mariners in a 4-game series. They faced left-hander Jason Vargas in that stretch up in Seattle. He'll be towing the slab for the Seattle Mariners tonight. He'll be opposed by Ervin Santana, the Magic Man himself, on the hill for the Halos. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. Lineups at first pitch when we return.
of his Major League career. Milestone for Mike. Congratulations to him and all that he has accomplished throughout his seasons here at the Big A. Take a look at the lineup for Eric Wedge, the skipper of the Seattle Mariners. Seattle comes into this one with a 24-32 record. They are tied with the Oakland Athletics at the start of the day. Ichiro's back in that leadoff spot in right field. Dustin Ackley will bat second, play second base. Kyle Seager's at third. Justin Smoke, the cleanup hitter, at first. John Jaso is the DH. Mike Karp, the left fielder. Miguel Olivo is doing the catching. He'll bat seventh. Michael Saunders in center field. And Munenori Kawasaki is batting ninth and playing shortstop. Taking on Ervin Santana, who the last couple of times has really struggled with command.
Yeah, look for him to pick up the pace and tempo and attack with his fastball. Make it his 27th career start against this Mariner club. 11-6 in his career against them with an ERA 3.66. Tough opponent here with Ichiro coming up, who's had success against Irvin. Use that fastball and finish off with that nasty slider down and in.
Ichiro Suzuki hitting .267, ready to lead things off. 3 home runs and 19 runs batted in. The experiment of having Ichiro in the 3 spot, I guess you could say a failed one. Had troubles hitting with men in scoring position, men on base. So they decided to put him back in the leadoff spot. Ackley, who was doing it, will bat second. This one out to shallow left center field, and Mike Trout makes the running catch. And there's out number 1. Let's take a look at the defense for the Halos tonight. You've got Mark Trumbo in left field. Mike Trout, you just saw, is in center. Torrey Hunter is in right field. The infield is Meiser Asturis, Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, Albert Pujols around from third to first. Bobby Wilson doing the catching.
Torrey Hunter out in right field, 3 outfield assists so far this year. Last year he had 15 outfield assists, 9-time Gold Glover. Doing a great job as far as getting good reads from that right field position.
Ackley looks at a strike from Santana. Irvin not wasting a whole lot of time. Misses down low, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike on the second baseman. Former first-round pick on draft day. Major League Baseball first-year player draft being held at the studios of MLB Network in Secaucus, New Jersey. Ackley, a product of the University of North Carolina, along with Kyle Seager, who's on deck, his college teammate. Ackley bounces this one toward the middle. Eric Ibar is there. 2 down. Umpires rotation for tonight. You've got Tony Randazzo behind the plate. Brian Gorman, the veteran, who's at first base. Todd Titchener at second base. And Larry Vanover at third.
Good crew. These guys keep the pace of the game going very well.
Here's Seager, the third baseman. Irvin's first one is a little bit high. Seager hitting .274 on the season with 6 home runs and 31 runs batted in. We've seen him at third base primarily. We've seen him also spell Ackley at second base. Left-handed batter that fouls this one back. Evens a count of the ball and a strike. Mariners 9-13 at Safeco Field. That's their home ballpark. 15-19 out on the road. They've played a ton of road games. And within the division, the Western Division, they are 10-11. Swing and a miss, good off-speed pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's good to see Irvin establishing that early in the game. Important pitch for him as the game progresses. Sometimes he falls into that spot where he doesn't use that till the 5th or 6th inning, and it's difficult to get a feel for that one.
Breaking ball down and in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. In his last start against Seattle was up at Safeco the 25th of May. 7 walks, 3 strikeouts. Gave up 4 runs on 4 hits and 5 innings of work. Got a no decision. Matter of fact, he's working on 3 consecutive no decisions against the Padres, Mariners, and the Yankees. This one fouled back off the body of Bobby Wilson. The count remains even.
Well, I might even got him on the mask, too. Straight on the mask.
That is squared up.
Remember, he got hit on a backswing earlier in that last road trip, and it took him a while to be able to shake that one off. That got him square here. Tony Randazzo doing a good job as far as just trying to give Bobby as much time as possible to get back. feel comfortable calling pitches and be able to catch it right now. It's that good rapport the home plate umpire and the catcher has.
Adam Nebula, trainer, and Mike Scioscia coming out.
Looks the same type of look he had when he got hit with the backswing on the bat just a couple weeks ago. And I'm making sure to check this to make sure no concussions. I've seen a number, like I said, a couple times square on the mask the last few weeks for Bobby.
Those are those foul tips that will actually bend the bars of the mask.
That jarred him pretty good.
2-2 in the air toward deep right center field. Trout giving chase, still going back, gone. A home run for Kyle Seager, and it's 1-0 Seattle.
With his 16th home run Ervin Santana has allowed this year. 8th home run versus a lefty, 8 home runs versus right-handed batters. And Ervin, after his last start, said he's going to give up a share of home runs. It's a hanging breaking pitch. It got a lot of the play. We talked about that backup breaking pitch at times. He's got to snap that one off down and in. Becomes a very hittable pitch when it stays out over the plate.
Giving up home runs is one thing. Calling yourself a home run pitcher is a completely different thing. Almost a defeatist type attitude.
I'm surprised he said that.
Yeah. Seager picks up his 7th home run, his 32nd RBI. Justin Smoke rips one into right field on an 0-1 pitch. So back-to-back hits by Santana. Smoke came in batting .238 on the season. So it seemed to be a fairly easy inning. Getting the first 2 outs, getting ahead of Seager, evening the count at 2-2. That long stretch there. Well, Adam and Scioscia tended to Bobby Wilson. All of a sudden a home run and a base hit. Here's John Jace of the DH. Looks at a strike, a fastball on the outside corner.
Boy, a lot of left-handed batters in this lineup for Seattle tonight. It's all up in Seattle where Dan Herron was very effective with his 14 strikeouts. A lot of breaking pitches away against their right-handed batters.
Jason bounces this one foul, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Seattle with a home run here in the first, their 53rd of the season. Came in 8th in the American League in that category, 13th in average, 7th in runs scored.
Ervin only took 6 pitches to get the first 2 outs of the inning. 11 pitches since that point.
Bouncer back up the middle, off the glove. Santana picks it up. Kind of took his time, and he's safe at first. Awfully casual approach by Ervin Santana on the mound. Jaso certainly hustling out of the batter's box. And we'll see how they rule it, whether it's an infield hit or an error. You'd have to think it's an error since it's in and out of the glove of Santana.
Tough play initially, but plenty of, you got to go over it with a sense of urgency because Jaso plays this game the right way. He goes hard down the line every single time. Works to count well.
They call it a hit. 3rd hit. This one lifted in the air toward left. Trumbo going back on it and reaches up, makes the catch. The inning finally comes to the end. Seager with a home run puts the Seattle Mariners up by the score of 1-0. Home run is 7th of the season. We'll take a look at manager Mike Scioscia's starting lineup in game number 2000 for Scioscia. Halos a game over 500 at 28-27, and Mike Trout leading things off in center. Meister Asturis gets a start at third base. Albert Pujols at first. Mark Trumbo, the cleanup hitter in left field. Kendrys Morales, the DH. It is Torrey Hunter in right field. Allie Kendrick batting 7th, playing second base. Eric Ibar, the shortstop, batting 8th. And Bobby Wilson is batting 9th, doing a catching as they take on the left-hander from Apple Valley, California, by the name of Jason Vargas.
Jason Vargas, 6-4 mark, and very solid for the M's. Fastball, 86-90. Sinks the fastball, cuts the fastball, also curveball, slider, and a very good changeup.
Facing Mike Trout here, and the first one is just outside for ball one. Trout hitting .318 with 5 home runs and 20 runs batted in, coming off a 2-for-5 game yesterday against Texas. Picked up an RBI in that one. And he'll look at a strike to even the count. Vargas 2 starts ago faced the Angels up at Safeco, took the loss. Gave up 3 runs, all earned on 7 hits, struck out 6 and walked 1 as Trout foul tips out when it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The left-hander coming off a win against the Texas Rangers down in Texas. 6 2/3 in that one. Also allowing 3 runs on 5 hits. 1-2 pitch looped out to shallow right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Trout thinking about going to second. He'll test Ichiro, whose sidearm throw is not in time. Mike Trout legs out a hustle double.
Well, and you know you had to run hard with Ichiro and his arm and his accuracy with his throwing arm in right field. Got jammed, and right away he's thinking double. That's the impressive thing about Mike Trout. He's thinking double right away and turns on the afterburner, hit first slide in there with the double. In the 9th double of the season.
So right off the bat, a man in scoring position. Trout picks up his 9th double of the year. Here's Meister Asturis showing bunt, takes inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Not a bad idea for Meister to advance Trout. Albert Pujols batting .600 in his career against Vargas. 6 for 10 with a big fly.
Meister did not face Vargas in that game up at Safeco. Not showing bunt here, but punches it into right field. There's a base hit. Trout hanging up between second and third to make sure that baseball landed in the grass. Advances to third. So first and third with nobody out, and Albert Pujols coming up. And we will check in on the defense for Seattle. It's Carpenter left, Saunders at center, Ichiro in right. Infield has Seager, Kawasaki, Ackley, and Smoke from third to first. And Miguel Olivo is doing the catching.
Mike Carp out in left field has committed 1 error. He's had 1 outfield assist. There's a guy that will come in and be very aggressive on the baseball, but talking to Dino Weeble today, will challenge him as far as the arm strength, especially when he has to go to the glove side and try to cut off a baseball in the gap.
There's Albert. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Albert hitting .235 with 8 home runs and 29 runs batted in. Hitless yesterday, 0 for 3. Did draw a walk. 10 doubles, no triples for Pujols. He's got Trout standing at third. Asturis at first. Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pujols had 3 hits against Vargas in that game on the 24th, including a first inning 2-run shot as that pitch is in. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 singles followed that, and he also picked up a stolen base in that game. Mark Trumbo on deck. Seattle scoring first. A 2-out home run by Kyle Seager, who's just joining us. Mariners up by the score of 1-0.
Good hitters count here too with Pujols, but Vargas is a pitcher that will throw that cut fastball inside.
(2-1). This was pulled foul just under the legs of Mike Trout. Might want to rethink that secondary lead. Maybe take
Go in
cover
the
behind
dugout.
Dino.
Or just take it from inside the dugout. He's quick enough he can get back in there anyhow.
Count even at 2-2. The pitch. This one looped out toward right. Ichiro hanging back on it. Trout tagging. The throw is coming toward the plate. It's offline. The Angels have tied this game up at 1. Albert Pujols with his 30th run batted in on the sac fly.
A nice job by Pujols there. A changeup went the other way with it. Hit it deep enough in the air to be able to get Trout home and tie the game up. But Ichiro didn't get himself in real good throwing position. In the past, that was always a situation where, he will be thinking, I don't know if I'm going to take a shot at him because he's got that great arm and gets himself in great throwing position, but he didn't on that play.
So 1 out, 1 on. Here's Mark Trumbo. Swinging through the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Mark went 1 for 3 yesterday, had a double. Came in the 6th inning. It was his 13th of the season. .331 average. 10 home runs, 27 runs batted in on the season. It's also chipped in a triple. 4th in the American League at batting average. Swing and a miss on the off speed. And it's no balls and 2 strikes.
Vargas' go-to pitch against right-handed batters, especially power hitters, his changeup. He sells it well, throws enough fastballs inside to make that more effective.
And Mark struggled against Vargas in that start up at Safeco, going 0 for 3 against him. A couple of strikeouts. Veseris leading off at first. 1 out here in the first. But not a bad idea. Try to get that inside corner after throwing the off-speed pitch away.
They missed by a lot.
And if you're Jason Vargas, do you back it back up with another fastball in?
I think it would be effective, but I think he's going to go back with a changeup. He's setting up inside again.
1-2. Try to get that fastball on the inside part of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's the one where you have to throw a 2-seam. If you're going back inside, if you throw the cut fastball, you can read that as a hitter, especially because the pitch before was there. You try to get it to start off the plate inside, then catch the inside corner.
2-2. Down to chase that off-speed pitch. Trumbo goes down swinging, 2 down.
Well, that's a real good changeup. You see right here as he's thinking fastball after back-to-back pitches. Then he's trying to set up away. So there's a changeup in that spot and gets him out in front. The hips open up for Mark Trumbo. After back-to-back fastballs in, you see Trumbo aware of that pitch, and then he throws the changeup away. Hips open up, and location is perfect.
So 2 outs. Astura still at first base. Kendrys Morales at the plate. Morales looks at a strike. Fastball away. .286 average for Kendrys with 4 home runs and 18 runs batted in. A .250 hitter from the right side of the plate. 7 for 28. 0-1 pitch. Strike on the inside corner. So back-to-back fastballs. 1 on the outside part, 1 on the inside part, and it's 0-2. Hyundai, key to the game time, Gooby.
Genesis, follow you, follow me. We've talked about how Pujols is hot, and of course Trout and Trumbo. It's the other guys like Kendrys Morales and Torrey Hunter need to come through.
Called strike 3. Saw 3 fastballs there, and the Angels are done here in the first, but not before they tie things up. 1 of the books. We're knotted up at 1. Ervin Santana to face the bottom third of the order for Seattle. Olivo, Saunders, and Kawasaki. Albert Pujols tying things up with a sacrifice fly. The Angels looked like they had the opportunity for a big inning, but didn't materialize. They get the tie, and they'll settle for that. Now Ervin back to work. The first one is upstairs to Miguel Olivo.
Well, how important is that speed for Mike Trout? Ended up getting a double on a flare to right. Advances to third on the base hit by Meister, and then scores on a fairly deep sac fly by Pujols.
This one grounded to Asturias at third base across the diamond, and Olivo is retired for the first out. Olivo came in batting .202, having spent bulk of May on the disabled list with a groin injury. As Michael Saunders will step to the plate. Native of Canada, Victoria, British Columbia. A .257 average this season. 5 home runs and 18 runs batted in. Getting to start out in center field. 14 doubles and a triple. Saunders, don't be fooled by his size, could run a little bit. This one's fouled off to the left, and it's no balls and a strike.
When his last 10 games in .385 with a home run and 3 RBI. You mentioned that speed, 3 stolen bases too. Shorten up his swing. Remember, we talked about it a lot last year. Kind of a long swing. Now he's utilizing that speed by putting it in play.
That pitch missed just a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bounce foul at the first base line.
And that could be a very effective pitch against Saunders, a changeup. That was up enough where he fouled it off, but if he gets that changeup down and away, because he's looking to turn on either a slider or a fastball in the inner half, changeup away is perfect.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Santana got the first 2 outs to start the game. A fly ball to center by Ichiro, and Ackley grounding out to Ibar before giving up the home run to Seager. Outside, a full count now. Munenori Kawasaki is on deck. Getting to start today at shortstop, in place of Brendan Ryan. 3-2 pitches down low, and he walked him. So a man on board for Kawasaki. Comes in hitting just .158. Playing in his 22nd game. No extra base hits, 2 runs batted in.
When you would think Seattle's going to try to steal a base right away here. Saunders with 8 stolen bases in 10 attempts. Ervin has allowed 9 stolen bases in 9 attempts against him, although he does have 1 pickoff.
Saunders with a pretty good lead at first base. Seattle 6th in the American League in stolen bases with 38.
A little different type of lead, like he's in a going to be sprinting. Opened up. One thing we talked about with Mike Scioscia and Mike Butcher with Ervin as far as trying to slow down the running game, they're real happy with the way he's holding the baseball now. He's not going to be real fast to the plate, but if you can hold the ball, you're going to stop the runner from getting any momentum going, and then they're generally not going to try to steal at that point.
Kawasaki backs out at the plate. Signed as a free agent in January. 11 seasons. Japan. Saunders takes off the pitch out to third, down to second base is in time. Bobby Wilson guns down Michael Saunders, 2 down.
Well done across the board. From the pitch out to the good call from Mike Scioscia to the pitch out. Zerk Wedge decided to try to take that chance. The right move on his part, but Mike Scioscia sensed it out. Strong throw and a quick tag by Eric Ibar just before the foot hit the base. But that's a perfect pitch out for Ervin. He got it up high enough where it allowed him to get the transfer that much quicker to throw out a speedy Saunders going to second.
Ball on a strike on Kawasaki. Asturias playing it at third. This one's fouled back to the screen, 1-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Irvin in his last start, as we pointed out, no decision. Went just 5 innings. 5 runs all earned against the Yankees on 6 hits. Gave up 2 home runs in that game as Kawasaki bounces one back to the mound. Irvin's got it, gets rid of it quickly this time. And that will end the inning as we head to the bottom of the second here at the big game. It's 1-1 tie.
And Adam Neville talking to Bobby Wilson, still trying to shake off that foul ball right to the mask. It's going to be it for him now. Talked to him for a number of days on his past road trip, and he was struggling, just feeling right. Of course, getting that foul ball once again back at him, it's made it difficult for him to really keep that focus.
So Torrey Hunter, Howie Kendrick, Eric Ibar here in the second. John Hester would be coming into the game, we assume. See Bobby taking his gear off. Adam Neville, the head trainer, following him down the steps. Hester putting the gear on. Torrey ahead of the count at 3 balls and no strikes, hitting .235 on a season with 5 home runs and 15 runs batted in. Vargas delivers a strike. Torrey yesterday 0 for 3. Did have a walk. Lays off the off-speed pitch, and leadoff man is on board for the 2nd straight inning. First walk issued by Vargas. Let's go back to that first inning if you're wondering why Bobby Wilson would be taken out of the game. This was in the Kyle Seager at bat. A 2-2 pitch fouled straight back into the mask.
Like I said, this didn't look real comfortable. Even while he's walking out of the dugout. He's going to try to battle his way through, but it's a tough one for Bobby.
Howie Kendrick shows bunt, pushes it foul, and it's no balls and a strike. Howie hitting .253 with 4 home runs and 21 runs batted in. Quick throw to first. Torrey back easily. Kendrick in yesterday's game against Texas went 0 for 4.
Vargas has an average move for a left-hander at first base. Allowed 3 stolen bases in 6 attempts. What he does, utilizes his slide step.
This one fouled off to the right. 0-2 count now on Howie. Vargas, tough guy to pick up hits against. Just a .214 batting average against. Righty's hitting just 205. That's that circle changeup.
He sets it up well with a fastball inside on the hands.
This one lifted down the right field line, giving Ichiro an opportunity to chase it down in the corner. Does so. Torrey tags. He's trying to go to second base, and he will be in there safely and rather easily. Well, even with the overcast skies here, the ball seems to be traveling well out toward right field, or carrying, I should say, out toward right field.
That's a great job from Torrey Hunter to base run there. He knows Ichiro is going to make the play, but it's going to be a difficult one as he catches it and goes towards the wall in right field. Makes it more difficult throw, a longer throw, and gets him now himself into scoring position.
Ibar looks at a strike. Fastball on the inside corner. Eric, an RBI double yesterday, his 7th of the year. Now with 12 runs batted in, hitting .222 on the season. Torrey getting himself a pretty good lead at second base. Kawasaki trying to keep him close. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Leo has a strong arm. He's throwing out 36% of would-be base stealers. So you have to get a good jump. You're already in scoring position.
Little number right back to Vargas. 2 down. So 2 outs. Torrey still at second base. John Hester will be pinch hitting here for Bobby Wilson to take over the catching duties.
Hester with a home run yesterday. His first as an Angel.
Hitting .316 with a home run and an RBI. Also picked up his first double of the year a couple of nights ago as he looks at the on-speed pitch for a strike. These two teams exchanging runs in the first inning. A Seager home run and an Albert Pujols sacrifice fly. No 2 count. Vargas right now at will. Delivering the fastball on the inside part of the plate and off-speed pitches away.
Well, he's real good as far as having the confidence to not only throw inside, but throw inside for strikes.
Oh-2 pitch. Down in the dirt. Nice dig by Oliva. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
4 times already in the game, Vargas has been 0-2.
Well, the Kings now 1 game away from the Stanley Cup Championship. 4-0 over the Devils at the Staples Center tonight. Hester takes upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
4 goals against Martin Brodeur. That's impressive. Arguably one of the best goalies, if not the best goalie of all time.
Two. This down low, a full count. Even better than Van Beesbrook. Philly guy.
Yeah, Van Beesbrook was good.
The Beezer?
Yeah, the Beezer was real good. Didn't like him as much when he was on the Rangers, though.
No.
No.
3-2. Hester fouls it back.
Nice job staying alive on that changeup. You see this trying to protect. Pretty good at bat so far for Hester. He was behind 0-2, now fought to a 3-2 count, fought off a tough pitch.
Another 3-2, and Hester skies this one out to shallow left. Kawasaki's going out. Carp calling him off. And the left fielder makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. A leadoff walk, stranded in scoring position. 2 in the books, still tied at 1.
Long throw as the Angels and Mariners tied at 1 at the top of the third inning, with Ichiro leading off. And Hesser again, he's worked with Irvin before, so now it's a matter of getting the signs back together and get acclimated. Of course, not warming up with him at all before the game, and of course the first few innings, it might take a pitch or two to get on that good rhythm.
Ichiro with a fly ball to shallow center field to lead off the ball game as he looks at a breaking pitch for a strike. Suzuki 0 for 1. Takes inside. That's a ball and a strike. Gastures, of course, playing in at third base. The outfield, especially in left and center. Trumbo and Trout respectively playing shallow in the opposite way. This one out toward left field. Trumbo breaking to his left, tracks it down. And there he is, out number 1 to start the third inning. Be sure to log on to FoxSportsWest.com. Check out how the West was won. Dodger Stadium at 50. I believe that ballpark's at 50. I can't. Kings playoff run, as we just pointed out. 3-0 lead over the Devils of New Jersey.
Just one win away from their first cup.
All that and much, much more at FoxSportsWest.com. Dustin Ackley takes high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Ackley, the second baseman, grounded out to Eric Ibar. Second overall pick was Ackley out of the University of North Carolina. Just off the plate. 3 balls and no strikes. He walked him on a 3-1 pitch. The fastball misses high. Second walk issued by Santana with 1 out this time in the third. Brings up Kyle Seager, who's probably pretty excited that his brother Corey selected in the first round today by the Los Angeles Dodgers. We touched on this a little bit in Seattle when we were up there about Ackley and Seager being college teammates at North Carolina. Corey committed to the University of South Carolina, which is the alma mater of the guy on deck, Justin Smoke.
It's a pretty good talent in that family.
First one to Seager, it's fouled back.
Well, the draft is a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. First couple of rounds on MLB Network. The Angels do not have a first or second round pick this season. Their slated pick was 19th. That went to the St. Louis Cardinals as compensation for signing Albert Pujols. Their second round pick goes to the Texas Rangers. They're signing C.J. Wilson. So the Halos' first pick, I want to say it's 114th overall.
That's when you really got to do your homework. Try to find that diamond in the rough where you look and project someone, whether they have size or speed.
1-1 pitch. Seager lays off that pitch. It's 2 balls and a strike. Seager hit that home run in the first inning, his 7th of the year. Picks up his 32nd RBI. A pretty good poke out to center field on a 2-2 breaking ball. More of a curveball than anything else. Kind of a get it over breaking pitch.
24 extra base hits for him this year.
The 2-1. Lays off. 3 balls and a strike. We saw deep counts and foul balls. Really hurt Dan Herron yesterday against Texas. Dan lasting just 5 innings. Took the loss, moving to 3 and 6. And that is back-to-back walks. Now what Mike Butcher wants to be doing in the third inning with your starter.
You want want to be aggressive. When you, like we've said a number of times, when you have great stuff, the manager and pitching coach wants you to attack the strike zone. Trust the ability, if you keep that ball down, you're going to get ground balls or swings and misses. Anytime you run into problems when you add base runners via the walk. Now, a base hit can come across and a run scores because you gifted some base runners.
Justin Smoak 1 for 1. He had a base hit to right field in the first inning. He's got Ackley at second and Seager at first base. Off-speed pitch, a little number foul. And snowballs and a strike. Ten home runs and 29 runs batted in for Justin Smoak. He's switch hitting first baseman. Originally first round pick by the Texas Rangers. That pitch missed in. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Smoak's been a much better hitter this season out on the road than he has at home as he lays off. And it's a good hitter's count now at 2-1. Just hitting 188 at Safeco, 266 out on the road. And has turned it up of late since May the 11th. Smoak hitting 325 with 7 home runs and 19 runs batted in. 2-1. Pulls it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Only 3 games on the board in the American League tonight. Minnesota leading Kansas City in the bottom of the 8th inning. Oakland leading Texas 6-0 in the bottom of the 2nd. Scott Feldman got the start for the Rangers. 2-2 down and in. Gets away from Hester. Ackley could not advance.
Way to catch a break there.
That ball looked like perhaps screened by Smoak. Left-handed batter, so Ackley just couldn't pick up the baseball. And of course, Seager can't go anywhere until the lead runner takes off. But now you've got a full count situation with 1 out. And that lead now is 7-0. 7 runs in the bottom of the 2nd for Oakland, who's been struggling to put runs on the board.
Well, they haven't been scoring at all late.
They're still batting in that 2nd inning. The Angels, of course, with the loss yesterday, dropping to 4.5 games back in the West in their Kia standings. Seattle and Oakland at 9 back. Full count here. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Three-two. Check swing. The ball gets by Smoak. He did not go around. They asked on the appeal, so it's a walk. And they're loaded up. 3 consecutive walks issued by Ervin Santana. Now you could sit here and say, well, John Hester is behind the plate. He was catching Santana when he walked 7 guys in Seattle. But as a starting pitcher, you command the strike zone. It's you that has the ability to call your own game if you want. But you also have to deliver.
You just have to have the same focus. It doesn't matter who's catching you. But Mike Scioscia was pretty upset about this non-call. And there's clearly that Justin Smoak swung the bat on that slider down and in.
So still 1 out. Bases loaded now for John Jaso. He swings and lines one to right. That'll bring home at least 1. Jeff Datz will stop Seager at 3rd. So it's 2-1 Seattle. Jaso picks up his 15th RBI. And all you're doing is just continuing to increase everyone's batting average with falling behind and walking batters and putting yourself in these type of situations.
Especially when you know with a hitter like Jaso, who's patient most times, but he's guessing along, think he's going to get a fastball. When you see a pitcher struggling with the strike zone, you're going to jump on that first pitch fastball.
So Jaso 2 for 2. Now Mike Carp at the plate. Still 1 out, bases loaded. First one's down low. Last 12 pitches, 3 strikes for Ervin Santana. 4 hits allowed. Carp yanks this one foul down the line. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Carp has grounded into 4 double plays. You have to try to keep something down and away to be able to get a ground ball to Howie Kendrick at second base.
1-1 pitch, and that is nice stop by Albert Pujols on the dive. They fired at first. They do not get the double play. The run scores. It's 3-1 Seattle. Diving shot by Albert Pujols to the backhand. And Carp picks up the RBI as he reaches on the fielder's choice.
Well, that was an amazing play by Pujols. And a perfect throw, a difficult throw. Especially with Jaso going hard into second base. Well, he dived from the knees, a good strong throw, and still a close play at first. Carp runs well enough to be able to beat that out and get his RBI.
So Carp standing at first base and Smoke standing at third. Miguel Oliva the batter. 7th man to bat here in the 3rd inning. First one's a breaking pitch for a strike. Oliva grounded out leading off the 2nd inning, so he's 0 for 1. 3 consecutive walks by Santana to load him up. 2 runs have come across here in the 3rd inning. Irvin now at 56 pitches as we play here in the 3rd inning. The Angels in the bottom of the 3rd inning will have 1, 2, and 3 coming up. Trout, Asturias, and Pujols against Vargas. Here comes the 26th pitch of the inning. It's a breaking pitch, fouled back. This one, Luke foul. Irvin now has allowed 12 earned runs in his last 18 and 2/3 innings.
With Irvin's stuff, it just doesn't make sense to have that many earned runs in his last 18+ innings.
This one's popped up. Howie Kendrick cutting into the outfield grass is under it. Makes the catch. Now we'll end the inning, but Seattle scores twice as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Mariners lead at 3-1. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Halos down 3-1. Mike Trout to lead things off here against Jason Vargas. Trout had that bloop double to start off the bottom of the 1st and scored the Angels run. A sac fly by Albert Pujols. The first one is down low. Double for Mike, his 9th of the season. One ball, one strike. Seattle scoring their 2 runs on 1 hit. Trout drops a bunt up the third base line. They're going to let this one roll, and it's going to stay fair.
One thing we've noticed over the years here at the Big A, anything rolling down the line will not roll foul. Great decision once again by Trout. Great speed, getting on base. That's his job, to create havoc. But right down the line.
Not an easy pitch to bunt either. That pitch was in off the plate.
That's a cool replay of that baseball rolling down the line.
Can we get that now in slow motion? Asturias takes upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Super slow-mo.
It looked like Tiger Wood, that chip shot rolling in the cup yesterday in the 16th hole.
Yep. Asturias with a base hit to right field. He's 1 for 1. We've just learned that Bobby Wilson taken out of the game for precautionary reasons. We'll learn more about that a little bit later on. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Vargas gave him a little different look there as far as going home. Little spin and then turn around. Little Louis Tia.
Yeah, little lefty Louis. Trout was stepping back towards first base. 2-1 pitch up and away. 3 balls and a strike.
The thing is, anytime you see a guy with speed, it messes you up as a pitcher. Look, you see, try to go a slide step there. The pitch before, a little different delivery. Just the thought of a guy with speed changes everything. Ricky Henderson used to drive me nuts because you knew he was going to try to steal a base. So you do a slide step, you throw more fastballs. Those little things come back to haunt you.
Takes a strike. Full count now. They'll check in on Trout. Trout takes off. It's a called strike 3. The throw down is in time. Looked like Mike perhaps maybe started to slide a little bit too soon and slowed down as he got to the base. So strike him out, throw him out, double play.
I believe it with the strong throw, but it looked like he was going to be safe. He has to make sure the baseball is delivered. The early slide and
it's
kind of stopped him.
Little Willie Mays Hayes slide right there. Albert looks at a strike.
Well, he can do it all.
Oh, 1 pitch is popped up. First base side. This one's going to land in the seats. Albert had the sacrifice fly in the first inning, picking up his 30th run batted in. Just thinking about that strikeout, too, of Asturias. He must have thought that pitch was going to be cutting in on his hands. It was right down Broadway.
Pretty good pitch to hit.
Yeah.
Thigh high, middle of the plate.
0-2 pitch. Downstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Always a hitter. You always look fastball and adjust to something off speed. You can tell Vargas wanted to throw a fastball there because the speed of Mike Trout at first base.
This one out towards center field, hit pretty well. Going back on this one is Saunders, and he'll make the catch shy of the warning track. That will end the inning. We've played 3 here at the Big A. It's 3-1 Seattle. Fourth inning, Michael Saunders will lead things off here against Irvin Santana. No strikeouts, 4 walks issued by Irvin. 0-1 count. Saunders drew one of those walks in the second, but then was caught stealing by Bobby Wilson, who was removed from the game for precautionary reasons for taking a foul ball off the mask in the first inning. 0-1 pitch. Saunders pulls this one over to second. Now he's got it. 1 away. Even the outs have been somewhat loud, though, so it goes back to location on the pitches and the like. We'll talk about that a little bit more as we take a look at our AT&T trivia question. Mike Scioscia, 4th ever to manage 2,000 games, all for one American League team. Who are the other 3? Munenori Kawasaki takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, getting back to what you were saying about some of the louder outs.
Hester bobbles this one, and Kawasaki will reach.
I think hitters sense when the pitcher's struggling with his command. And even though they all seen Irvin over the years, and a number of guys with a ton of at-bats against them, and his 27th career start against the M's, they sense something different from Irvin today. And they saw it in Seattle. He wasn't as aggressive with his fastball. So they're laying off his slider and looking for the fastball and trying to get in good spots to be able to square it up. And that's what's been the case here tonight.
Ichiro grounds this one towards second base. It's going to be tough to turn a double play. They do get the lead runner for round number 2. Nice play by Howie. And Ichiro reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 down and a man on for Dustin Ackley.
See Mike Scioscia put a pitch out on early in this count. Exactly with Ichiro with his speed, 8 stolen bases in 8 attempts.
Checking in on Suzuki. Ackley 0 for 1, drew a walk with 1 out of the 3rd, and came around to score. First one is up and away.
you got to believe right now Ichiro is going to try to steal it, taking away the potential pitch out for 1-0 count.
One ball, one strike on Ackley. Just 6 0-1 counts for Ervin Santana tonight. Doesn't sound like much. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is.
It tells you a story. A pitcher that's ahead of the count consistently to first pitch means you're confident in your ability. Your mechanics are solid, and you're repeating your mechanics throughout the process. But when you fall behind a lot, you're doubting yourself, trying to hit the corners or just off the corners instead of as aggressively a challenge in the strike zone and down.
So 14 times he's fallen behind as Ackley foul tips this one, 1-2.
Every hitter is much better off with a 1-0 count as compared to 0-1 count.
Two balls, two strikes. 68 pitches now thrown by Ervin. 39 strikes, 29 balls. Ichiro standing at first base. 0 for 3 today. Did reach on the fielder's choice. 2 outs here in the fourth. Not a bad pitch going with the off-speed pitch, a changeup.
See, Ackley was out in front of that pitch. And your goal as a pitcher to try to change speeds enough where you get hitters with their hips are opening up and they're out in front of pitches. Then you hope their bat's not staying back long enough to be able to make contact.
So 3-2 count down. Now we'll get Ichiro going with the pitch. Pujols with the left-hand batter up will play behind him. (3-2) lifted foul and out of play. Only easy inning, and I put that in quotation marks for Ervin, the second. Ground out, the walk, but then the caught stealing on the pitch out, and then the bouncer back. That was to Olivo Saunders at Kawasaki. So 6 batters in the first, 7 in the third. Actually, the 4th batter here in the 4th. Ichiro takes off. Ackley went around, and Hester will fire on the first to complete the strikeout. And that will end the inning. First strikeout of the night for Santana. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 3-1 Seattle. Baseball is brought to you by the new wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit AT&T.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. By CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax, start here. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on. Mark Trumbo to lead things off here in the fourth inning. 3-1 Seattle. Vargas' first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Trumbo, Morales, and Hunter for the Angels here in the fourth. 3 strikeouts for Vargas. Trumbo, one of those strikeout victims. That came into first. So Mark is 0 for 1. One ball, one strike. Vargas has issued a walk. The Angels, in all 3 innings, have had their leadoff man on board, but have managed just 1 run. That was in the first. Hunter with a walk in the second, and Mike Trout with that bunt base hit in the third. Trumbo fouls this one back. 1-2.
Well, he had a pretty good hack at that fastball inside. Didn't get it in there as far in as Vargas wanted on a cut fastball. Left it over to plate, and Trumbo fouled that one straight back. Love to see that pitch again if he could.
Chases the breaking pitch, and Olivo applies the tag, and there's out number 1. Let's go back to our AT&T trivia question, talking about Mike Scioscia managing game number 2000, all with 1 team. He's the 4th ever to do that. Who are the other 3?
Earl Weaver. Tom Kelly. Won a couple world championships with the Twins. 87, 91.
Been doing some Twins broadcasting, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a good guy. He was manager of the All-Star game in '88 when I was on there. He was fun to play for you. I'll tell you what, you played extremely hard for him. All those Minnesota teams did.
Kendrys Morales with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Minnesota on the verge of putting Kansas City away tonight, 10-7. That game in the 9th at Kauffman Stadium. Oakland leading Texas 8-0 in the 4th. That game up at the Coliseum. 1-1 pitch. Morales fouls it off to the right. 1-2. Torii Hunter on deck. Downstairs, a full count. Jason Vargas, originally 43rd round pick in 01 by the Minnesota Twins, did not sign, went to LSU. The Marlins took him in the 2nd round in 2004. Out of Long Beach State after a transfer from LSU, went to Cypress. Kendrys fouls this one back. From Cypress on to Long Beach State. He did get to the big leagues with the Fish in 2005, pitching in 17 games. And then was traded to the New York Mets as part of the Matt Lindstrom deal. Kendrys rips one in deep left field, hit well. Carp going back. This one is gone, just over the fence. A big fly for Kendrys Morales. His 5th of the season. It's 3-2 Seattle.
This is solid at bat. Like Kendrys fought off some tough pitches, fell behind. Had to stay back. Vargas with that delivery tonight, a little bit more difficult to time him. It certainly did on that swing. His 5th home run, 19th RBI. Turned on that one. First from the right side. Boy, did he get the bat head out and crushed it to left field.
Torii Hunter fouls one back, and it's 0-1. Better continue to get his swing on as we head into the National League ballparks in Colorado this week and the Dodgers next week. We're playing some first base. Righty, lefty, doesn't matter.
Talk about Albert Pujols playing some third base.
Torrey fouls it off the right. It's an 0-2 count as we go back to our Hyundai key to the game.
Follow you, follow me. We talked about the need for other batters in this lineup to start driving the ball. And Kendricks did there and that at bat. Trout and Trumbo have been fantastic, as is Pujols of late himself. But it's the others. Kendricks going in there. Of course, Torrey would like to see him do it too.
And he got locked up with that fastball in, 2 down. Strikeout number 5 for Vargas. Brings up Howie Kendrick.
11th home run that Vargas has allowed this year. 9 versus right-handed batters. It's 2 versus lefties.
Now he looks at a breaking pitch, and it's in a strike. Kendrick 0 for 1, hit a fly ball to right field in the second inning. This one back toward the middle. Kawasaki dives, can't get him. It's a 2-out base hit. Hey folks, tomorrow the Angels will be hosting the same Seattle Mariners at 7:05. Fans in attendance will receive an Angels collapsible cooler courtesy of Sparklets while supplies last. To purchase your tickets, just log on to angels.com or stop by the Angel Stadium ticket office. Ibar pulls one to left field. There's a base hit. So back-to-back knocks puts 2 men on for John Hester with 2 outs here in the 4th. A couple of those off-speed pitches up and elevated from Vargas.
Yeah, even if you're fooled slightly, you can keep your hands back and still hit that ball into the outfield for a base hit.
Hester hit a fly ball to left field to end the second. So he's 0 for 1. Howie's at second base and Ibar at first. A good speed on the bases as this one's looped foul into the seats on that first base side. 0-1 count on Hester. Halos have out hit the Mariners 6-5, but trail this one 3-2. Solo run in the first, 2 in the third for Seattle. Solo runs for the Angels in the first, and now here in the 4th looking for more. That one's pulled foul.
And threw that fastball in off the plate. Might have to protect against a changeup right now.
Oh-2 is fouled off. Boy, protecting nicely there.
Especially after the pitch before at 89 was on your hands and off the plate.
Trying to come back inside. This one missing in off the plate. 1-2. That's one of those, as a hitter, if you swing, might as well pick up your knuckles in the batter's box. Lays off the off speed, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. There's no way you keep it fair if you make that commitment to swing at that pitch.
Making Vargas work here in the 4th inning. He's thrown 73 pitches with 2 outs here. Top of the order, Mike Trout on deck. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Hester goes down swinging. The inning comes to an end, but the Angels do get a run on Kendrys Morales' 5th home run of the season. It is 4 in the books. Seattle leads at 3-2. Score of 3-2. Ervin Santana still trying to find that right release point on the slider.
Boy, when he has good balance over the pitching rover show against the Oakland A's, when he's on, that slider is about as good as it gets. Not a lot of movement, doesn't fall towards first base side. He gets his arm in a perfect arm slot to be able to get these lefties to swing over top of that nasty slider. But he has to keep that balance, and he's got to be aggressive and get ahead of the count. 0-1 to be able to utilize that great slider that he has. Just one punch out in this game tonight with 4 walks. Has not got ahead of the count. Has not snapped that good slider yet.
Seager, Smoke, and Jace, 3, 4, and 5 for the Mariners here in the 5th inning. Seager with a home run, a solo shot in the first, walked and scored in the 3rd. Making 1 for 1. 0-2 count.
Tried to throw a changeup 0-2. Just dropped his elbow enough to have more lateral movement. You want to start that middle of the plate and work it down and away.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Again, like we showed in that package, all those sliders were against left-handed batters. Throwing that slider down and in. Late snap to that pitch.
This one bounced over to second. Howie's got him. Seager is retired for the first out. Oh, the Hula Girls almost here. Wednesday, Mariners in town wrapping up this homestand. Fans in attendance will receive an Angels Hula Girl. You can only see Gooby Hula up here in our booth, courtesy of AAA Travel while supplies last. Purchase tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or log on at angels.com. Oh man, that's like a 1950s, 1960s Elvis movie. The King's going to come out soon and serenade her.
Oh, there's no question.
Smoke looks at a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Smoke with a base hit and a walk, 1 for 1. 2-1 now. Good old dribbler. That is foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. When you get those type of swings right there, that's what you're looking for from the on-speed pitch. Guys geared up for a certain pitch, one zone, get something off the fastball.
And that's the most important thing, but you have to sell with the same arm angle as your fastball.
Full count.
You see that slider right there? He pulled off on that pitch. We showed those highlights of the good ones against Oakland, where he pretty much stayed in balance. We'll throw this one, you see him falling off towards that first base side. He will fall off that way all the time. He gets a fly out to Trout in center field. But most right-handed pitchers are going to fall towards first base anyhow. But when you fall off and your whole body turns, that means you're not getting a good follow-through for it to be able to get your arm at a good angle. But he's got a good balance right there as far as that, but then that shoulder's beginning to fly open. And when that does that, it pulls your arm down and the elbow will drag enough where you're not going to get that nasty slider. It's going to be more of a flat break to it.
You want more carousel, less merry-go-round.
Exactly, as Jim Palmer would say.
John Jaso with a couple of hits tonight, 2 for 2. Picked up an RBI in the third.
Just like a hitter, when you see him going through their swing and their hips are opening up and their hands are dragging through, they're not going to make good contact. But when you keep your front shoulder in, your hips locked in, you can hit the ball the other way or drive it to center field or even hit the ball out of the ballpark like Morales did.
Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes on Jaso, the former Tampa Bay Ray. Seattle with 3 catchers on their roster: Olivo, Jaso, and Miguel Montero. This one looped past and off the glove of Howie Kendrick. A 2-out base hit. A 3 for 3 game for Jaso, the DH. And here comes Mike Karp, the left fielder.
Jason now 6 for 9 in his career versus Irvin.
That's seeing the ball well.
Believe me, you keep a mental book on that as far as a pitcher who has that type of success against you or who you've had a lot of success against.
Ball's in the dirt. Jaso takes off for second.
Second wild pitch of the season.
And now Mike Butcher's going to come out and pay a visit as Irvin has fallen behind at 2 balls and no strikes. 90 pitches for Irvin with 2 outs here in the 5th.
Also, the communication there is with Karp, who's had pretty good success against Irvin also. Left-handed batter, don't have to give in. You have an open base. You have Olivo on deck, a right-handed batter. So don't give in. Don't throw a fastball right in the middle part of the plate. If you get him to chase, so be it. But you do have an open base.
Karp's 0 for 2, picked up an RBI and a fielder's choice in the third. That was a terrific diving play by Albert Pujols. After falling behind at 3 balls and no strikes, Karp's going to get the intentional walk. It'll be walk number 5 for Santana.
Irvin's had 7 3-ball counts in this game so far.
Catcher number 30, Miguel Olivo.
Don't see a whole lot of drop off in velocity necessarily, but it's just the confidence for him.
Olivo, big swing and a miss on the breaking ball. 0-1. Mariner catchers 0 for 2 today. A ground ball to third base and a pop up to second. This one pulled and over the glove of Sturz on a hanging breaking ball. That'll bring home a run. Trumbo's throw goes to third base. Everyone is safe. It is 4-2.
Well, that's a pitch. If you throw it away, you're going to get him out, but it spun back in the middle of the plate and down. Olivo hits it over the head of Meister Stors and into the outfield for an RBI. 12th RBI.
Goes back to the game yesterday when the offense gets you a run. Pitchers, whether starters or relievers, got to go back out there and put up a 0 and let your offense take a chance. There's only so many times an offense is able to battle back for you.
Especially against Vargas. He doesn't walk batters, so you have to put a bunch of hits together to score runs against him.
Ball 1. A running theme once again for Ervin Santana, falling behind in the count. Saunders has drawn a walk and has grounded out, so he's 0 for 1. Carp standing at third, Olivo standing at first, and all of this starting with 2 outs. Hisanori Takahashi looks like he's starting to get loose. Two and one. Show you our GoPro cam out in the bullpen. There's Hisanori. 4-2 Seattle here in the 5th with 2 outs and runners at the corners for the Mariners. Halos in the bottom of the inning. We'll have 1, 2, and 3 due up. One's in the dirt. 3 balls and a strike. Munenori Kawasaki is on deck. He's the shortstop. Here comes the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Full count. Olivo will be off of the pitch at first base. Carp standing at third.
This becomes a big pitch in the game here for the Angels. He's got to try to keep it tight here.
And he walked him. So they're loaded up now. 6th walk issued by Santana. And at some point, you'd like to see a guy that can throw in the mid-90s just get upset and fire all kinds of fastballs. And if you're going to get beat, at least get beat and knocked around the ballpark as opposed to gifting base runners left and right.
And he's got a great fastball with late movement. He could sink it with his 2-seam fastball. He's got a very good 4-seam fastball also. More likely will be his last batter of the game here, one way or the other.
Kawasaki foul tips that one. It's an 0-1 count. Mariner shortstop, 1 for 2. A bouncer back to the mound. A little dribbler out in front of the plate that went for an infield base hit in the 4th. This one looped down a line, and that is going to go for extra bases. This will clear them all. Kawasaki is going to end up at second with a bases clearing double. It is 7-2 Seattle. Munenori Kawasaki came in batting 158 on the year, picks up his first extra base hit of the season. But then again, if you paint yourself in a corner via the walks, you're going to get yourself into trouble, and that's what Ervin Santana did once again tonight. He is done through 4 2/3 through 102 pitches. A pitching change here in the 5th. Seattle leads at 7-2. Northwest patty melt from Carl's Jr. With jalapenos, pepper jack cheese, and Santa Fe sauce, it's a spicy twist on a classic burger. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network, AT&T, rethink possible. And by Dodge. 7-2, Seattle leads it. 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Ervin Santana done after 102 pitches. Departs with the man at second base as Munenori Kawasaki got him for a bases clearing double. His first extra base hit of the season for Kawasaki. And once again, just no command. I mean, that's the bottom line with Ervin Santana, and that's been the biggest issue. And especially at a time with your ace on the shelf at Jared Weaver, you need your starters to go out there and fight for you and give you some depth in games and really stand up and get you some outs and keep you in ball games. Ervin certainly did not do that tonight.
Yeah, that's a time when you want to step forward and really contribute to not only the team but to your fellow pitchers in that staff, with Weaver being out for at least a little bit longer.
The patented Hisanori Takahashi spin move to second.
We've said a number of times, when you look at overall stuff on the staff, there's no question Ervin has the best overall stuff as far as velocity, nasty breaking pitch, pretty good changeup too, but it comes down to making those pitches.
That's great for a pitcher coming up, but at this stage of his major league career, it's time to put up.
Every year.
Every single year. Especially when you look at the scoreboard, you see 10-0. Oakland leading Texas, and you've got an opportunity to pick up some ground. Breaking pitch, a strike on Ichiro, and it's 0-2. All of this happening with 2 outs. It's just about finishing off an inning. Jaso with a base hit. Karp with, after he fell behind 3-0, gave up the intentional walk. The RBI single to Olivo on a hanging breaking pitch. Takahashi trying to keep it at 7-2 as Ichiro goes down swinging. The inning finally comes to an end. 4 runs in for Seattle as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Mariners with a 7-2 lead. To 2 lead as Mike Trout has set to lead things off here against Jason Vargas. Trout, Izturis, and Pujols against the left-hander, who has 6 strikeouts and 1 walk. Mike Trout today a double, bloop double into shallow right field and a bunt base hit in the 3rd. So he's 2 for 2. Little jam shot flare out to shallow right field. And Ichiro this time is going to hold Trout to a single. A 3-hit game for Mike Trout.
He's got his knockdown sand wedge working tonight.
He does.
But it looks like a line drive in the box score tomorrow. Couple times.
Meiser has a 1-ball, no strike count. Izturis 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Good lead for Trout at first, and Meiser fouls it off the right. Count even at 1-1.
Oh, plenty of baseball left, especially the way the Angels are hitting against Vargas. He's not going to gift walks. There's no question about that. You're going to have to swing your way on. He's around the strike zone.
Two balls and a strike. The ball slipped out of the hand of Vargas, and Oliva is going to go out and pay a quick visit to him.
And that's one of those changeup too. If you get a little quick on that pitch, it's going to fall out of your hand without being able to finish it off.
A bunt up the third base line, but foul. So Izturis will head back to the plate. Face Vargas with a 2-2 count. Trout heading back to first. 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 4 in the fifth for the Mariners on 8 hits. They've left 6 men on base. The Angels with solo runs in the first and fourth on 7 hits. Halos have stranded 4. Vargas has gotten the big out when he's needed it. 2-2. Izturis pops it up. Kawasaki going out. Carp coming in. And the shortstop Kawasaki makes the catch for the first out.
Boy, as an offense, if you can respond back here and not allow Vargas to have that shutdown inning, all of a sudden you're going to feel like you're still part of this game. But if you can put a 0 up right away, it makes it more difficult. And he has the confidence. And he can start expanding the strike zone against an aggressive club trying to get back into a game.
Here's Albert Pujols. It's downstairs. I just looked at the box score. That game at the Coliseum, 10-0. Oakland leading Texas. That game now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jared Parker has a no-hitter through 6 against the Texas Rangers. 5 strikeouts and 2 walks. Albert off the end of the bat, pops it up. Left side of the infield. 2 outs. Parker, the one-time phenom for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Part of the Trevor Cahill deal.
And we thought he had pretty good stuff. We saw him in Oakland. Well, he got a changeup and he missed it. The frustration as a hitter, especially one who's had a lot of success throughout his career, when you get a changeup like that, a mistake, when it capitalized, it just got underneath it, popped it up.
Mark Trumbull lays off the high fastball. Trumbull twice has struck out against Vargas. Popped up shallow left center. Carp coming in, so is Saunders. Saunders, the center fielder, will make the catch. The Angels get their leadoff man on board and move him at first through 5. Still 7-2 Seattle.
play. Mike Scioscia had his 2,000th game with the Angels. He's going out some greetings to his umpire saying, hey, you're doing a great job so far in the game, and saying a few more nice things to an umpire. But, of course, the crowning moment of Mike Scioscia, 2002. Last out, the Darren Erstad, beating the San Francisco Giant, become a world champ. As a manager, was a world champ as a player. Phenomenal job for Mike Scioscia. All those games as a manager for the Angels.
So that story you just laid out right there really is just about you argue enough, you'll win a world championship. That's kind of how you piece that together.
He's basically telling the men in blue just to stay out of my way. We're going to win a world championship.
Ackley, Seager, and Smoke here in the 6th inning. 1,094 victories, 905 with the losses. 6 playoff appearances. Bill Rigney at 1,332 games managed.
Pretty impressive when he averaged 89 wins per season.
There's the 1-2 to Dustin Ackley. Down in the dirt. That one bouncing out in front of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll hear from Mike Scioscia here in just a sec. 7-2 Seattle. A 4-run, 2-out rally in the 5th. The 2-2. Popped him up. Eric Ibar going out. Calls off everybody. Makes the catch. 1 out. Let's hear from Mike Scioscia as to what he wants to accomplish moving forward.
You get caught up so much in the day-to-day grind and just trying to keep moving forward. At some time, hopefully we're reflecting on another world championship at some point and some of the things that we hope to accomplish. But right now, there's no time to reminisce. We've got a lot on our plate.
That's so typical for Mike Scioscia. It's all about giving the team a chance to win and preparing for each and every game. As he's saying, down the road, we'll reflect on what he's been able to accomplish here.
One ball, no strikes on Kyle Seager. There's a strike. Evens the count. Takahashi came on in the 5th inning with 2 outs and retired Ichiro via the strikeout. Down low. 3 balls and a strike. Lefty on lefty. Seager with a home run, a walk, and a ground out. Ervin Santana's final line: 7 runs all earned in 4 2/3, 8 hits, 1 home run. Seager lifts this one out towards shallow left. Trumbo coming on. 2 down. 1 strikeout, 6 walks for Santana. His ERA jumps up from 4.78 to 5.33 with tonight's performance. Takahashi's retired to 3 batters that he has faced so far.
Boy, just looking and reflecting back on the last 4 starts for Ervin, 16 walks, his 14 strikeouts. His last 4 starts. That's not Ervin. His stuff is too good to do that.
Smoke off the end of the bat, rolls it foul. Breaking pitch, boy, swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch there. Smoke tried to stay back as long as possible with the hands. 0-2. Mariner first baseman 1 for 2 with a base hit in the first inning. This one coming inside with a fastball. Kendrys Morales set to lead things off for the Angels in the bottom of the 6th inning, followed by Torii Hunter, then Howie Kendrick. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got to go back outside with the off speed.
When you see the swing, there's 2 pitches before, so far out in front, you would think that's a perfect pitch to throw, especially if you keep it down.
Two. This one lifted down the line. Ibar giving chase. And in foul territory, makes the catch, and the Angels get their first 1-2-3 inning against Seattle. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Mariners still leading at 7-2. Coach who's been with the Angels since Mike Scioscia's debut in 2000. Of course, Mickey Hatcher was also part of that group, but let go a couple of weeks ago. Alfredo just as cool as the other side of the pillow. One of your favorite sayings.
Oh, yeah. And he's done a tremendous job working with the infielders over the years, too.
Morales shoots one out toward deep right field. Hit well. Ichiro pulling up. That one is gone. A boat tackle for Kendrys Morales. A 2-home run night. It's 7-3 Seattle.
We're talking about using all fields. Kendrys' left field home run. Now a right field home run. Coming to this game, 0 home runs for the right side, but tonight he has 2, giving him now 6 for the season. That's just great balance. Great hands through the baseball and out to right field.
7th career multi-homer game for Kendrys Morales. There's Torii Hunter, who pulls one past Kyle Seager and into left field for a base hit. For the Angels, this is the 6th inning. 5 times have gotten their leadoff man on. Managed 3 solo runs, looking to put multiple runs on the board against Vargas, try to cut this deficit.
we've said from the get-go with Vargas, he's going to be around the strike zone. You're going to have to bunch hits together to be successful.
Brandon League is loosening, the former closer.
You see Torrey Hunter get his base hit there. He's been struggling to get that swing back.
Howie Kendrick tonight 1 for 2, had a base hit in the fourth. Oh, 2 count on Howie with Torrey Hunter standing at first. Vargas has thrown 92 pitches so far. First 2 extra base hits for Kendrys Morales this year from the right side of the plate. Home runs.
Both left the building. One the left or one the right. There were 2 excellent swings also.
Howie chasing the breaking pitch, goes down swinging for the first down here in the 6th. Haven't seen Vargas throw too many of those tonight. Mostly fastballs, cut fastballs, and changeups.
Does have a pretty good breaking pitch, but his go-to pitch against right-handed batters is going to be his changeup. Also very effective at pitching inside. Although when he misses, doesn't have overpowering stuff, you have a chance to square it up.
Ibar takes a strike on the inside corner. Apparently, Ibar doesn't like the call. Glances back to Tony Randazzo. That one's not called a strike. And it's 2 balls and a strike now on Eric. Had a base hit to left field in the 4th inning. A 1 for 2 night. Going back to that changeup. That's how confident he is on that pitch. Throwing it at any point, especially in a hitter's count.
Especially ahead of the game 7-3. Have the confidence that you can throw that baseball close enough to the strike zone that you're either going to get a strike called or a foul ball like that hit against you. Came right back with another off-speed pitch. That time a slow curveball.
Kendrys Morales led off the 6th inning with a home run, his 2nd of the game. Torrey Hunter followed with a base hit. Kendrick with a strikeout. This one fouled back. Still at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Vargas up to 100 pitches thrown. Only stays around that 110 to 115 range.
Two. This one hooked down a line but foul.
Most pitches he's thrown in a game, 111. That was in Toronto. So one way or the other way, this will probably be his last inning.
Two down. Going back to that changeup. 8th strikeout of the night for Vargas. And Torrey Hunter still at first base. As John Hester will step to the plate. Hester tonight is 0 for 2. A fly ball to left and a strikeout. First one down low. Hester came on as a pinch hitter technically in the second inning for Bobby Wilson. Started the game, was taken out of the game in the second after he finished the top of the inning. After getting a foul tip straight back in the mask off the bat of Kyle Seager in the first. I believe he's going to go out and pay a visit now. Hester ahead of the count at 2-0.
Well, he realizes right now he's got to have the confidence with his fastball to go after Hester. Mike Trout on deck. He's already had 3 hits in this game.
Two-0 pitch. Down low. 3 balls and no strikes.
And if John Hester, you're taking 1 or 2 pitches. You want to be on base. So give Trout an opportunity to swing. Coming down by 4. Need base runners.
And he walked him. So a 2-out walk puts 2 on for Mike Trout. We'll see if Eric Wedge is going to go to the bullpen, and it looks like he is. Brandon League is ready to go. So it appears as if we're going to have ourselves a pitching change. The former closer for Seattle is going to come on to face Mike Trout with 2 on, and the Angels down by 4. 7-3 Seattle here in the 6th. Here with 2 outs in the 6th. And he leads with Torrey Hunter standing at second and John Hester standing at first. 2 walks, 8 strikeouts for the left-hander from Apple Valley, California. Brandon Lee will come on in relief to face Mike Trout.
Always has had a real good fastball, 93 to 97 slider, and a very good swing and miss split finger fastball, but he has been struggling with that pitch this year.
Mike Trout today 3 for 3, a double and a couple of singles. Slider missing down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. League blew a save against the Angels up at Safeco Field, and from that point forward, removed from that role. That fastball misses down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Seattle, of course, needing the lead to pitch better, more in a setup role, kind of perhaps get them back into that closer's role to build up the value once again as they get closer and closer to the July 31st non-waiver trade deadline.
Yeah, if he throws consistently, there'll be a number of teams that will inquire about him. Now it's up to Trout here to be patient. 2-0. Not even close on the first 2 pitches.
Two balls and a strike. This one pulled into left field. There's a base hit. Torres being waved around. Carp's throw will go to third base. RBI single for Mike Trout makes it 7-4 Seattle, and a 4-hit game for Mike.
He continues to impress. Worked the count to 2-0. Got a good hitter's count. Swung at a low fastball, then gets another fastball this time, and it turns on it. It's quick through his swing and into left field. Another RBI for Mike Trout. 4 base hits on the night. Now hitting .338.
Meister hits one out toward left center field. Playable for Mike Carp. The inning comes to an end. The Angels get a couple of runs. We're through 6-7 Seattle.
Baseball is brought to you by El Pollo Loco. Crazy you can taste. And by Southern California Toyota. Check out the full line of fuel-efficient vehicles at your Southern California Toyota dealer.
Top of the 7th, the Angels down 7-4. Go back to the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch swinging for Meister Sturz. Albert Pujols on deck, trying to get something going there. You got to get a pitch to drive if that's the pitch you're going to hack at, as opposed to hitting a fly ball to left field. But it is what it is. You move forward. The Angels still with 9 outs to play with, and hopes that Hisanori Takahashi gets a shutdown inning here. He's faced 4 batters. He's retired all 4. And here in the 7th, he'll face Jaso Karp and Olivo. Jaso, a 3-for-3 performance, also has picked up an RBI. Jaso looking back at Tony Randazzo, didn't like that call. 0-1. No balls and 2 strikes.
What a great spot with that fastball after the pitch before. It's 66. That one comes in at 88.
Check swing on the breaking pitch, did not go around. Here's the 1-2. This one hit in the air to right. Torrey Hunter back a couple of steps. 1 down. Well, Jared Parker gave up a leadoff base hit to Michael Young to start the 8th inning at the Coliseum, so the no-hitter has been broken. But Oakland still leads that one 10-0.
Well, he was impressive when he faced the Angels. He had a fastball 89 to 94.
Yeah.
Good curveball also.
Good changeup.
Yep.
Hides the baseball well. 1 out, nobody on here for Mike Karp, left fielder. Chopper off the plate. Takahashi off the mound. Spins around, fires to Pujols. 2 down. But not an easy play. Taka did it rather easily.
Takahashi fields his position very well. It's a perfect throw on the inside part of the base, so Albert Pujols can read that as the runner's going down the line and be able to catch it.
Miguel Olivo at the plate, and he looks at a fastball for a strike. Olivo had an RBI single in that 4-run 5th inning for Seattle. 1 for 3 tonight. RBI for Olivo, his 12th of the season. This one fouled back. A ball and 2 strikes here on Olivo. Kind of a defensive swing there on the off-speed pitch. The count remains at 1-2. Halos in the bottom of the 7th will have Pujols, Trumbo, and Morales due up.
Not a bad time to throw a changeup here. Kendricks with a big game so far.
Wait, jab shot flare. Pujols can't get it. It falls in there. Oliva's going to try to go to second, and he is going to be in there with a double. First hit allowed by Takahashi.
Well, you can see as a hitter why it's difficult at times to be able to stay back. It's Takahashi. It's good balance. Hesitation as a hitter, you're kind of drifting forward a number of times against him. And follow through, good follow through the baseball. But that slight hesitation sometimes can throw off the timing of a hitter.
Here's Michael Saunders, the center fielder, who has walked twice and grounded outs. He's 0 for 1. One ball, no strikes. 7 runs, 9 hits, 6 left on for Seattle. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 7 left on for the Angels. Halos tonight 2 for 6 with men in scoring position. Seattle 3 for 7. The 1-0. Saunders pulls this one up the line. That is a fair ball. Past Pujols. And that'll bring home a run. Back-to-back doubles, and Seattle gets one of those runs back. And again, another 2-out rally.
Well, 2 quick outs again. You look up, and then some runs being scored. We saw it in the first. Saw it back in the 5th inning, and now here in the 7th inning. But just when you have a chance, you're right back in the game, only down by 3, and then back-to-back doubles. It's a 4-run deficit once again.
So Kawasaki, the shortstop, will come up. He's had a 2-hit game, including a 3 RBI double. Last batter that Urban Santana faced the 5th. Outfield very shallow against Kawasaki. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Battle of the youngsters tomorrow night. Blake Bamford going for Seattle. Garrett Richards making his first start of the season.
Well, Richards threw the ball so well in spring training. Cleaned up his delivery. Good hard power sinker.
Thirty-fourth pitch thrown by Takahashi. Falls behind here. At 3-1 with Ichiro on deck. You'd think that Kawasaki's the guy you kind of want to go after. In theory.
Yeah, you would like to see Ichiro leading off the next inning.
And Kawasaki has worked a walk, believe it or not, here in the 7th with 2 outs. Back to the top of the order now, and Ichiro is 0 for 4. Struck out against Takahashi in the 5th. Saunders at second, Kawasaki at first. Good speed on the bases for Seattle. One ball, no strikes. The Angels have Jason Isringhausen loosening into bullpen. One and one. good look at the outfield alignment against Ichiro. Everyone playing shallow with Saunders standing at second base. Back-to-back doubles with 2 outs here against Takahashi, plating a run. Seattle gets one of those back.
Ichiro 0 for 5 against Takahashi. A number of those times that slow breaking pitch.
Serious battle going on here between Takahashi and Ichiro. See who flinches first. Two balls, 2 strikes. And now the 2-2. Lifted in the air. Shallow left center. Trumbo and Trout. It is Trumbo, the taller one, making the catch. Now will end the inning. 7th inning stretch time. It is 8-4 Seattle. For Pujols to lead things off here against Brandon League. He'll be followed by Mark Trumbo and then Kendrys Morales. First pitch, a slider that misses down and away. One ball, no strikes on Pujols, 0 for 2. Sac fly in the first. Fly ball to center and a pop up to short. 2 balls and no strikes now. Sac fly for Pujols back in the first inning, picking up his 30th run batted in. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. A little bouncer foul up the third base line. Count even now at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Inside. Full count now. Hisashi Iwakuma loosening for Seattle. 3-2, and he walked him. Leadoff man is on board yet again. That's 6 of 7 innings for the Angels to have their leadoff man reach. Fans of Chevy Cruze Eco offers the best highway fuel economy of any gas engine in America. With an EPA estimated 42 miles per gallon highway, you can continue your journey with fewer stops and fewer dollars. The Chevy Cruze, live life uninterrupted. Mark tonight 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts and a fly ball to center field.
With some good patience and a couple low fastballs at 96. Should get a pretty good fastball to hit here.
Almost looks like Brandon League trying to guide that fastball.
Yeah, he's just trying to sink it. When you throw that hard, you don't have to necessarily worry about sinking that fastball.
Two balls and a strike. Two balls, two strikes. Pujols with a leadoff walk here to start the seventh. That game up in Oakland almost complete. It is 12-1. Oakland in the ninth.
It'd be good to see Mark Trumbo just keep his hands back and more level swing and hit the ball to right field here. He's pulling off his last couple swings.
Good swing there. Fouls it straight back. Count stays at 2-2.
Much better approach on that one. With a toe tap and threw the baseball. Fouled that one straight back.
Kendrys Morales on deck. Another 2-2. A swing and a miss. And Mark all of a sudden expanding the strike zone quite a bit lately. First out of the inning as Pujols remains at first. It's a 3 strikeout game for Trumbo.
Yeah, you're going to go through those stretches too as a young hitter, young power hitter like Mark Trumbo. He's got to get back to the approach like we've seen with Torrey Hunter when he gets going again. Start to hit the ball the other way. More level swing, and then you're able to turn on pitches in the inner half.
There's Kendrys, 2 for 3, 2 home runs. He now has 6 on the year and 20 runs batted in. Fouls that one. It's 0-1. 7th career multi-homer game. Both home runs coming from the right side of the plate. One to left, just snuck it over the gate in left field. The other one the opposite way.
He had a pretty good swing there too. Trying to get his first 3 home run game.
Oh, 2 count. But Kendry's got a good read of that. You see hitters, especially in an 0-2 situation, kind of spin on a pitch like that. It almost looks like either someone's tipping or he's giving it away very early.
That's that nasty split finger fastball that Brandon League has.
Well, he got him this time. Back-to-back strikeouts for League, 2 down. So leadoff walk, 2 strikeouts. Here comes Torrey Hunter.
He's right back this time. Better delivery with that pitch, and runs down and away. The hitter reads fastball with that, and the bottom drops up with a true split finger fastball.
Torrey 1 for 2, a walk, a strikeout, and a base hit. Came around to score one of the 2 runs in the 6th inning, courtesy of the Trout RBI single. 4-hit game for Mike. First of his big league career. Torrey loops this one in the air. First base side. Smoke giving chase, runs out of road. Smoke looks like he may have smoked that knee on the railing over there. So he went for that baseball. They're trying to stretch it out.
Yeah, this is he was reaching in for baseball before it went into the dugout.
And Hunter goes down swinging. The inning comes to an end on 3 consecutive strikeouts after the leadoff walk. 7 in the book. Still 8-4 Seattle.
But Kendrys Morales has got a swing going from the right side. It's his first home run for the right side to left field. His next at bat goes to right center field for his 2nd home run of the night, 6th home run of the season. Good swings for Kendrys today, no question about it, from the right side.
Here at the top of the 8th inning, Seattle still leads this one by 4. Jason Isringhausen comes on in relief of Hisanori Takahashi. Worked 2 1/3 tonight in relief of Irvin Santana. Gave up a run on a couple of hits and a walk. He also picked up a strikeout. You see the numbers for Jason.
Been throwing the ball much better of late. His command of his cut fastball and his curveball has been better.
Isringhausen to face Ackley, Seager, and Smoke here in the 8th. Lefty, righty, as Smoke is a switch hitter. 1 ball, no strikes. Ackley tonight 0 for 3. Did draw a walk and scored a run in the 4th. Irvin Santana with 6 walks, Takahashi with 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Of the 6 walks issued tonight, 4 scored. 2 in the third and 2 in the 5th inning. And again, that 5th inning happened with 2 outs. Irvin Santana just unable to get that 3rd out. Breaking pitch outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
We just have to finish off your pitches.
Chopper towards short. Ibar comes charging in. Ackley's got good speed, and they get him just by his step for the 1st out.
Again, it sounds simple when you talk about finishing off your pitches, but you have to have your good mechanics and the confidence to be able to do so.
Isringhausen rubbing up a new baseball as Kyle Seager steps in. 1 for 3 with that home run in the 1st. Two more against the Mariners tomorrow night, Wednesday night, off day, travel day on Thursday, heading up to Denver, Colorado. Take on the Colorado Rockies beginning on Friday as Isringhausen falls behind at 1-0. Rockies for 3. The Dodgers for 3. A week from tonight, beginning that series at Dodger Stadium. Ball and a strike. One and 2 now. Just over 36,000 in the house tonight. Good crowds the entire homestand. A couple of sellouts.
Been a lot of energy in this crowd during this homestand.
Little different feel today just because of the way things played out with Santana on the mound. This would bounce towards second. Kendrick fields it on 2 big hops. 2 down. So Justin Smoak comes up with 2 outs and nobody on base. Smoak tonight 1 for 3 with a base hit back in the 1st. The Angels have the bottom third of their order coming up in the 8th inning. Looks like Sean Kelly will be coming on in place of Brandon League. Vargas, by the way, gave up 4 runs all earned in his 5 2/3 tonight. 9 hits, including the 2 home runs allowed by Morales, who struck out 8 and walked 2.
Well, the Angels had a chance in that 6th inning. Meister hit that fly ball to left field to end the threat. They're scoring a couple runs. Boy, making a 7-4 game. If Meister gets on base, you got Pujols, who was on deck.
Three balls and no strikes. Both teams with 10 hits tonight. And that is a 2-out, 4-pitch walk to Justin Smoak. It'll bring up John Jaso.
We've seen that a lot in this game so far. Get 2 quick outs, and next thing you know, there's some threats against you on the pitching staff. Once you get those 2 outs, you got to focus to get through the inning. Let the offense go to attack.
First one to Jaso is a strike on the outside corner. Jaso, a 3-hit game, 3 for 4 with 3 singles. 0-2 now. Good breaky pitch from Isringhausen.
He's always had that big 12-6 break on his curveball. 300 career saves for Isringhausen.
Smoke with a short lead over at first base, and Isringhausen will check in on him. Smoke's not going anywhere. Oh, 2 off the plate. Ibar near the bag, touches second base. They get the 4th shot at sack of the inning. Comes to an end. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning with Seattle still leading at 8-4. The bottom of the 8th inning. The Halos have the bottom third of their order coming up against the new pitchers. Sean Kelly, the right-hander, comes on in relief of Brandon League. League, by the way, in an inning and a third, struck out 3, gave up a hit, walked a man. That was Albert Pujols leading off the 7th. Kelly, on the other hand, pitching now in his 14th game, 0-2 record, a 2.77 ERA. 13 innings, 11 hits, 13 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Opponents hitting .229 against the right-hander. Howie Kendrick leading things off. He's 1 for 3 with a base hit. That hit came back in the 4th. 10 hits for the Angels tonight. 10 hits for Seattle. Oh-2 count on Kendrick.
Kelly still rushes the fastball up there, 91 to 96, but above average sliders. You can see that swing by Kendrick against the slider.
Swing and a miss. The ball gets by Olivo, and Howie's going to reach via the strikeout wild pitch, make that 7 of 8 innings tonight. The Angels have had a leadoff man reach. And be sure to take our coverage with you all season long by subscribing to MLB.tv. Catch all the games in HD quality on all of your favorite devices. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. There's Eric Ibar with nobody out and a man at first. Fastball high. Eric tonight 1 for 3 also with a base hit in the 4th inning. 11 strikeouts for Mariners pitchers tonight. Vargas had 8 of them.
Season high for him.
Pardon me, 12 strikeouts tonight for Mariners pitchers. League had 3. Now Kelly with 1, but charged with a wild pitch as Kendrick reaches. 2 balls and a strike. Three and 1. John Hester on deck. Breaking ball is high. A walk puts 2 men on to start this 8th inning.
And you had to factor in a 3-1 breaking pitch. Up by 4.
Here comes Hester. Kelly, of course, missed majority of the season last year with Tommy John surgery. Working his way back. Good fastball. A couple of good arms in that pen for Seattle. John Hester tonight, a fly to left, a strikeout and a walk. First pitch, a breaking ball for a strike. Kelly, a 13th round pick in 07 by Seattle. Out of Austin Peay State University. That pitch misses low. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Oakland defeated Texas tonight, 12-1 the final in that one. For the Angels, if they can mount a comeback, could pick up a game in the standings. They've got Kendrick at second, Ibar at first, with nobody out here in the 8th. Here's the 1-1. Hester looks at a strike, 1 and 2.
Well, that's a pretty good fastball hit right down the heart of the plate after a couple breaking pitches in a row, looking off speed.
Top of the order, and Mike Trout on deck. Fastball away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's be pretty interesting if Hester could get on base here.
Breaking pitch toward the hole. Kawasaki to his left, bobbles it. The bases are loaded with nobody out. His only play, Kawasaki's that is, was going to be at second base, and that would have been a very tough one to begin with Ibar running from first.
Yeah, that was next to impossible to be able to get that one. Ibar runs very well. Chances maybe on the backhand on that one to be able to make that throw.
I mean, it's either that or continue with the backhand and try to get Kendrick at third base.
Going around.
Yeah, Hester gets an infield base hit. The infield comes in. Carl Willis, the pitching coach, comes out to the mound.
Dino Eva was pointing it for Howie to stay right on the base, but he took 1 step off the base. The only chance he would have is throwing that ball right away to third base.
So Kelly came on, struck out Howie Kendrick. See Tom Wilhelmsen, the Tucson native, loosening. Ibar drew a walk as Kendrick reached on a wild pitch, and now the infield base hit by Hester. So baseball has not left the infield, but yet the bases are loaded with nobody out. And Trout, who is 4 for 4, stepping up. 4 hits tonight, 3 singles, 1 double, 1 RBI. His first career 4-hit game. First pitch swinging. This one in the air toward left center field. That's playable for Karp, the left fielder. Makes the catch. Kendrick is going to come in to score. Ibar at third. It's a sac fly for Mike Trout, make it 8-5.
Job well done. Got the run in. Wanted a little bit more than that. Had a pretty good pitch to drive, but just underneath it. Good base running. Run scores, and of course Ibar going to third base also.
Multi-RBI game for Trout. He has 22 runs batted in. And now Meister Sturris stepping to the plate. As Sturris tonight 1 for 4, had a base hit back in the first. Fastball is upstairs.
You see Meister take that first pitch again. Unless you get a pitch where you can get in the air and drive the right field, I think in terms of getting Pujols up here.
Here's the 1-0. Breaking pitch in there, 1-1. He's shown the ability to get that breaking pitch over. The fastball location's been a little iffy for him in this inning. Ibar standing at third. Hester at first. Down and in. 2 balls and a strike.
You think he's going to come right back with a breaking pitch and not command the strike zone at all with his fastball. And the more sliders you throw, the more you're going to hang one at some point.
Breaking pitch pulled foul. It's 2-2.
That's the dangers when you rely so much on your slider that eventually during the course of an at bat, if you throw enough pitches, you're going to make a mistake with one of your sliders, and that's the one that goes a long way.
2-2 pitch. Breaking pitch hammered out toward right center field. Hit pretty good. Ichiro going back. Still going back. Off the wall. Ibar will come in to score. Hester will be stopped at third. It's a 2-run game as Sturris delivers a double.
Like we're just saying, if you throw enough of those breaking pitches, that's the one that flattens out. That goes to the big part of the bat. Another breaking pitch up and flat over the strike zone. And Meister just missed tying the game up. 4th double of the season for Meister.
So the tying run in scoring position. Eric Wedge is going to go to the bullpen. Tom Wilhelmsen will come on to face Albert Pujols. Wilhelmsen with a very good fastball. A little power versus power. We saw that with Alexi Ogando of the Texas Rangers getting Albert.
Well, a lot of fight again in the club tonight on the offensive side.
Yep, we saw it yesterday. Fortunately falling just shy. They do have first base open, and Mark Trumbo has struggled tonight. So pitching change. It is 8-6 Seattle. They trail at 8-6. Outfielders hanging out as the pitching change occurs here.
Is it a hockey game? Dropping the gloves?
I guess. Tom Wilhelmsen comes on in relief of Sean Kelly. With runners at second and third. First base, of course, is open. Pujols coming to the plate here.
Tell by those numbers, Wilhelmsen has a very good fastball. Throwing 93 to 98. Curveball, changeup.
Infield back for Seattle with one out. They'll give up the run for the second out. Hester standing at third. Izturis at second. First pitch, a breaking pitch. Down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Albert Pujols with a sacrifice fly in the first. A fly ball to center in the third. A pop-up to short of the fifth. And he drew a walk in the seventh. An 0 for 2 night for Albert.
Well, the outfield playing pretty shallow also. Outside of Ichiro and right.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Challenge him with a fastball at 94. Just got a piece of it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Breaking pitch, a little number right back to the mound. Hester, or pardon me, Hester gets in a rundown here, and Izturis ends up at third. Pujols is going to end up at second base. Albert chasing the breaking pitch. Nice job by Hester to allow Pujols to get into scoring position, but there are 2 outs now, and Trumbo coming up.
Boy, chased the breaking pitch, Pujols did. Fortunate enough, Hester was able to stay long enough in that rundown. To get in scoring position himself. A base hit by Trumbo can tie the game up.
This is Eric Wedge, the manager out there. '26th game of the year for Wilhelmsen. He'll face Mark Trumbo here, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. It's now Izturis at third and Pujols at second. Breaking pitch, a strike on the outside corner. Wilhelmsen came in with a 2-1 record, a 3.81 ERA, 34 strikeouts and 28 in the third. The 0-1 fastball, swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
When Marcus chased that low fastball or changeup the entire game.
They've stayed away from him. And we've seen him at times a good portion of the season so far take that pitch just the other way, take the single, and that's all you're looking for here. The 0-2 breaking pitch missed inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's all you want to do is try to make some contact right now. He's strong enough to be able to get it through the infield on that right side. If Wilhelmsen makes a mistake on the outer half.
Here's the 1-2. Breaking pitch. He went around. And the inning comes to an end. The Angels get 2 but leave 2 on. We're through 8. It's 8-6 Seattle.
Take a look at our Chevron starting pitchers for tomorrow. Blake Bevan will take the hill for the Mariners versus Garrett Richards, who gets his first start of the season for the Halos. Bevan's throwing the ball pretty well. The pitch to contact guy, very good as far as sinking the fastball, but Garrett Richards was outstanding in spring as far as getting his power sinker. Very good slider and changeup. Should be a very good matchup tomorrow night.
New pitcher on for the Halos here in the ninth inning. David Carpenter takes over. Jason Isringhausen 1 inning of scoreless baseball. Here in the ninth, it'll be Carp, Olivo, and Saunders against Carpenter. Third reliever used by Mike Scioscia. The Angels have stranded 10 tonight with 12 hits. Crucial situations, unable to deliver. Albert chasing a breaking pitch, a little nubber back to the mound. An awful night for Mark Trumbo, one that he would probably like to forget. 4 strikeout performance, 0 for 5 tonight. But the Angels still have 3 outs in the bottom of the ninth. Trying to get 2 if David Carpenter can get the job done here. This one out toward left field, chasing Trumbo back, hit pretty well. Mark stepping onto the warning track, makes the catch, and there's down number 1.
Especially with Kendrys Morales leading off, too. He's already had 2 home runs in the game.
There's Miguel Olivo, the catcher. 2 for 4. A single and a double. An RBI, couple runs scored. Seattle has picked up 10 hits tonight. This one off the foot of Olivo. A 0-1 count. Irvin Santana giving up 7 runs in 4 2/3 tonight. Isanori Takahashi 1 run at 2 1/3. Vargas charged with the 4 runs for Seattle in his 5 2/3, and Kelly getting charged with 2 runs in his 1/3 of an inning. No action in the Mariner pen, so perhaps Wilhelmsen will try to finish this one off for Seattle as the breaking pitch is a strike. 0-2. Brandon League is the owner of 9 saves for Seattle. Iwakuma, who was loosening earlier, has 2. Swing and a miss. Olivo goes down. There are 2 outs.
A nice breaking pitch by Carpenter there. Olivo way out in front. Sharp break to that one. Off the plate. You can afford to do so when you get ahead of the count 0-2. We haven't been able to say that a whole lot today for the Angels as far as getting ahead 0-2. Especially with very good secondary pitches, not only out of Irvin Santana, but the pitchers out of the bullpen too.
Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch. Good location on Saunders. It's 0-1. Saunders 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. Had an RBI double in the 7th. Angels in the bottom of the ninth will have Morales, Hunter, and Kendrick due up against Wilhelmsen. Another off-speed pitch, another strike. This one on the inside corner, 0-2.
Back-to-back changeups.
The 0-2. Fastball up and away. This one pulled, and Howie Kendrick is right there. It's a 1-2-3 inning for David Carpenter. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Kendrick Morales, Torrey Hunter, and Howie Kendrick. The Angels trail it by 2. Morales will lead things off. That's what he has done tonight, a multi-homer performance.
Back in the fourth inning, got a fastball down and in, tries it out to left field. First home run for the right side this season. And then in the sixth inning, it's a fastball away and drives it out to right center field. 2-home run game for Kendrys Morales, giving him 6 for the season.
Leading things off here against Tom Wilhelmsen. First one is a fastball strike. It's 0-1. 96 miles per hour. Breaking pitch pulled over to second base. Dustin Ackley has it. 1 out. Sean Figgins taking over in left field. Brendan Ryan taking over at the shortstop position. Tom Wilhelmsen trying to lock it down. Looking for his first major league save. Breaking pitch, and that got Torrey. Torrey did his best to get out of the way of it, but the pitch just kept bearing in on him.
And there's no way he's getting out of the way with that. He's looking for, when you see a curveball, the spin on it, you're thinking it's going to go away, but that just kept running in. Right on the hand. Even the thumb. Again, it brings the tying run to the plate now.
Breaking pitch down low. Howie today 1 for 4. He struck out but reached on a wild pitch in the 8th inning. Came around to score one of the 2 runs. One 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Well, Wilhelmsen has a good fastball, but he tends to throw his breaking ball more often. He throws 30% of his pitches are curveballs. A little less than 68% of his pitches are fastballs, and he also will mix it in a changeup.
Missing away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 2. Torrey at first base with 1 out, hit by a breaking pitch. Morales led off the inning with a ground out. 2-2 pitch, breaking pitch, swing and a miss, 2 down. Three strikeouts for Howie Kendrick tonight. Fourteen strikeouts for Mariners pitchers. Eric Ibar steps in. The Angels down to the last out here in the 9th. Smoke playing behind Hunter, who will take off for second. Ibar swinging first pitch, fouls it back. Torrey will have to head back to first base. The Angels have trailed this entire game. They've tried to chip away, but giving up some runs as the curveball misses low, and Hunter takes second base on indifference. Now Seager with a 2-strike, 2-out home run in the first inning to make it 1-0. The Angels tied it up in the first, but then Seattle with 2 in the third, and then never looked back. Here's the 1-1. Breaking pitch is in there, 1-2. Ibar with a base hit in the 4th inning, a 1-for-3 game. He walked and scored in the 8th. Santana and Vargas, the starters, the pitchers of record. Here comes the 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. Dustin Ackley has it, and the Seattle Mariners take it game 1 of this 3-game set by the final of 8-6.
Boy, they just made their hits count after some walks. Urban with 6 walks on the night. They've given him 16 walks in his last 4 games. Hasn't been consistent enough in the strike zone. They had a chance though with Albert Pujols coming up in that 8th inning with an opportunity. But a good pitch, good curveball by Will Helmson. Got the ground ball out. Seattle's be able to hold on. They score 8 runs tonight.
Urban Santana takes a loss for the Angels as he gave up 7 runs tonight. Jason Vargas picks up the win, and Tom Wilhelmsen notching his first major league save. 8-6 the final. Seattle takes game 1. Stick around. Michael Leaves, Jose Mota, Garrett Anderson out of the rocks with Angels Live. That's coming up next.